Flopsy, Mopsy, Cottontail, and Peter were four little rabbits. They lived with their mother underneath the root of a large fir tree.
"Now, my dears,"
said old Mrs. Rabbit one morning,
"you may go down the lane, but don't go into Mr. McGregor's garden. Your father had an accident there. Now run along and don't get into mischief."
Flopsy, Mopsy, and Cottontail, who were good little bunnies, went down the lane to gather blackberries. And what did Peter do? Peter, who was very naughty, ran straight to Mr. McGregor's garden and squeezed under the gate. First, he ate some lettuces and some French beans, and then some radishes. He soon felt sick. As he went to look for some parsley, whom should he meet but Mr. McGregor? Mr. McGregor was on his knees planting cabbages, but he jumped up and ran after Peter, calling out,
"Stop! Thief!"
Peter was frightened. He rushed all over the garden, for he had forgotten the way to the gate. He lost one of his shoes among the cabbages and the other shoe among the potatoes. He began to run on four legs. He went faster, but unfortunately ran into a gooseberry net and got caught by the large brass buttons on his jacket. It was a new jacket. Peter shed big tears. Some friendly sparrows overheard his sobs. They flew to him in great excitement and asked him to try harder. Mr. McGregor brought a sieve and tried to pop it on top of Peter, but Peter wriggled out just in time, leaving his jacket behind him. He rushed into the tool shed and jumped into a water can. Mr. McGregor was quite sure Peter was somewhere there. He looked carefully. Suddenly, Peter sneezed. "Gordie-choo!" Mr. McGregor was after him instantly. Peter jumped out of a window. The window was too small for Mr. McGregor, and he was tired of running after Peter. He went back to his work. Peter sat down to rest. He panted and trembled with fright. He did not know which way to go. Also, he was very damp with sitting in that can. After some time, he began to wander about, looking all around. A mouse ran in and out over the stone doorstep, carrying peas for her family. Peter asked her the way to the gate. She had such a large pea in her mouth that she could not answer. She only shook her head at him. Peter began to cry. Peter now heard a noise of a hoe. Scritch, scratch, scritch. Peter darted underneath the bushes. When nothing happened, he came out, climbed upon the wheelbarrow, and peeped over the edge. He saw Mr. McGregor hoeing onions. His back was turned towards Peter, and behind him was the gate. Mr. McGregor caught sight of him. Peter did not care. He slipped underneath the gate and started running. Peter never stopped running or looked behind him till he got home to the big fir tree. He was so tired that he flopped down upon the soft floor of the rabbit hole and shut his eyes. His mother later wondered what he had done with his clothes. It was the second jacket and pair of shoes that Peter had lost in a fortnight. Thanks for watching. I hope you liked the story. For more videos, please subscribe, share, and comment. Evan Entertainment. Bye-bye.